Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 23rd of June 2020. Please open your Bibles again to the Gospel of Matthew. We're going to reflect on Matthew 7 verse 6 and verses 12 to 14. Listen. Jesus said, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine, or they will trample them underfoot and turn and maul you. In everything do to others as you would have them do to you, for this is the law and the prophets. Enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the road is easy that leads to destruction, and there are many who take it. For the gate is narrow and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it." The Gospel of the Lord. Many years ago, I went to Nepal, and I was invited by a local resident for a meal. He took me into the house from a side entrance through a door that was not only extremely narrow, but short as well. The door frame jutted nearly 6 inches off the ground, and vines covered the wall, so the gate was almost concealed. I didn't think anything of it at the time, other than wonder which century it was constructed in, because it was ancient. But when I came across this verse, I was reminded of that peculiar door, because I imagine the narrow gate described by Jesus may have been something like that. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized why Jesus had made the comparison. 1, it was hard to find. Jesus once spoke about the kingdom of heaven being like treasure hidden in a field that a man found accidentally, meaning that it wasn't in plain sight. One had to look for it. 2, you had to both lift your feet and crouch a bit to cross the threshold, both of which are conscious decisions we have to make, or risk tripping up and or banging our heads. Accepting salvation is a conscious decision. One can, of course, look for more symbolism in this act, but I'll leave that to you. 3, the door was so narrow that only one person could get through it at one time, which suggested that salvation was an individual proposition. We might want to save our entire family, including cousins and second cousins, but we can't walk through the door for them. They have to walk through it themselves, but we can show them and others the door. As a matter of fact, we are duty-bound to do so. Having found it, we cannot keep the knowledge of salvation to ourselves. We have to share it with others, showing other people where it is and how to get in. My friend in Nepal had invited only me to dinner, and it was a simple meal, but our Father in heaven has invited everyone to a banquet that He has laid out. And we are, once again I say this, we are duty-bound to distribute the invitations to everybody. However, not everyone will accept it. Some people will be openly hostile. Jesus tells us what to do about these people. He says, "If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet." Shaking the dust off one's feet is a way of saying that, hey, I've done all I can, and now I can no longer carry any responsibility for the consequences to follow. It's like saying, I wash my hands off the situation. We can, of course, continue to pray for the people in question, but we're not to engage them further. We see Jesus endorsing this instruction in today's passage. Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine, or they will trample them underfoot and turn and maul you. The gospel message is holy and precious. If people do not realize it and turn violent, let us leave them be. Let them suffer the consequences of their actions. But don't forget to do your part. God bless you.